Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I am about to do a tutorial. I had a request on how to make the pocket folder that I had created for one of the mail I sent off, and I will link that video down in my description area if you're not aware of that one, because I am currently doing some bee projects and I am really enjoying the theme. So I decided to make a pocket folder to hold all of my bee embellishments that I will be packaging up. So here I am with the tutorial for you guys. This is exactly like how I would start making a mini album. But today I am gonna go through step by step, sharing with you guys the sizes and everything and how I go about doing things. And I have also been sent the ice cream parlor die set from KS Craft because I was part of the June release guest design team. So I have cut out two of the ice cream parlor, one for the back cover and one for the front. So this is how it's gonna look at the front, and I absolutely love the way I have decorated. The paper I have used is mainly from Eco Park Happy as Can Be. That's like a bee collection. It has all of these beautiful colors in it. So I just cut out two of this base shape, one for the front, one for the back. I also cut out two of this shape here, which looks like this. Now I had to glue the other part to this one here for the back because I am not decorating the back. This is going to be attached to the back of the spine, which is only going to show this bit up here from this side, from the inside. And the other side is going to be like that. And because I am not adding any decorative piece to this one, even though it was a double-sided pattern paper, it was a bit too thin and I want it to be nice and sturdy, so I cut out another one of those and added it here so it becomes double thickness. So that's gonna be attached to the back cover. Then this is gonna be at the front. So this is gonna be how my front of the book is gonna look like. And I am super excited to share with you guys how I will be making it. So first you need to cut 3 pieces, and these pieces I just use the cardstock at the front of the paper pad and the back of the paper pad. I do not chuck those out. I always recycle them. So you're gonna need 2 of 6 3/4 inch tall and 6 inches wide. So you're gonna need 2 of those. For the spine part, it's gonna be 6 3/4 inch tall by 2 3/4 inch wide. Okay, then you need to choose your pattern paper or colored paper that you want the book to be covered in. I am working with the bee theme, so I am going with this mustardy yellow color, and I love it very much. It's a nice peaceful color for me. And so because I need my width of the because if I add these 3 pieces, I need it to be longer than 12 inch. And because the largest paper size you buy is a 12 by 12, I joined 2 different pattern papers simply with the double-sided tape. So you join the 2 papers together and then you stick it together. Then you're going to cut it down. Now I think I leave about 1/2 inch at the top and the bottom and each side. So you just need to put these 3 bits on and make sure it's wide enough. Then after you have done that, so you join the papers together and then you're gonna glue these 3 pieces on. And when you glue the 3 pieces on, you must make sure that there is a bit of a gap between the each pieces. The reason is when you are going to cover this area, you want the paper to not rip and stuff, and you want it to be easily doing this. Okay, so that gap is going to help you do that. To cover it, after you have glued down the 3 pieces, to cover it, you need to cut the corners off but make sure that you don't cut it right against the corner. You need to leave a tiny bit there, and you just cut it with the scissors like that. Then you're going to fold each 4 sides like this, right? Then I also like to glue this down, but I also use double-sided tape, so it's really strong hold, okay? So I have added my double-sided tape all around, and now I need to pull these off to show you. So I'm going to pull that first bit off, and I also add glue as well. So then you do this. Okay? Then you use your bone folder to do this. Okay? To make sure it's really on there. So if you know how to make this cover and you just want to know how I do the pocket part, you can skip to the end. But this lady that has requested for the tutorial, I am showing her how to do it from the beginning part. So then you do the other side as well. So then you glue the other side as well. And then you do this. Like that. Then I go over the gap bit there. And I make sure that it's all glued down. Some people like to just use double-sided tape. If you have a strong adhesive, you can just do that as well. I just work with what I can find nearby me. I live in Australia, if you are new to my channel. So then I need to do this side. So I am going to just add a bit of glue here. And then I'm going to fold over. And using this and doing this, it helps it really adhere well. Okay, so we're going to do that to the other side as well. Like this. We're going to push it down like this. Okay, then now you can do this easily. See, you can fold over like that easily, like that, right? Then what we need to do now is put the paper in the middle. Now this paper is, I wrote it down somewhere. The inside cover spine is 6.5 by 4 3/4. So 6.5 by 4 3/4, and this is gonna go here to cover the middle part of my book. So let's do that right now. Peel all this off. And then I have also added some double-sided tape to here as well. And let me take this off. So take all your double-sided tape off. Now the reason why I have added double-sided tape to these bits here is because I really want it to be on, this paper to be really on there. I don't want it to be falling off the book as every time you open it. Okay, so I really want it to be nice and strong on there. And I add double-sided tape to this paper as well because I don't want to see any gaps. So then I also add glue to the middle bit like this. And then now I have to make sure that I am covering the 2 gaps and more on each side. And making sure that it's equal distance from the middle. So then you do this, right? Then you use your bone folder to go over it again. And then you lift it up a bit like this. Then it gives you that score line, the guideline to do this bit here. And same with this side, you lift it up carefully and then you have that. So that's the gap that you saw before, and that gap is now all being covered by paper. And because we use double-sided tape here, 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 and here, it's all on there nicely. Okay, So now what we're going to do, now we're going to cover the inside. Now the inside is, I wrote here, inside cover, 5 3/4 inch, 5 3/4 inch wide by 6 1/2 tall. So I have chosen this bee paper. So I am going to glue this on here. So I've glued the inside cover for the left side, but I need to do this side too with the same pattern paper. I've decided to use same pattern paper, but I want my closure to be a trim closure. You can use any kind of ribbon to tie the knot and stuff. You know, like I'm going to put a trim here, and I'm also going to glue another part of my trim to the outside of the cover so that when the book closes, I can tie a ribbon on the side. Reason why I do trim on the closure trim on the outside of the cover and one on the inside cover is it makes it strong hold. So for the back one, I need to add some double-sided tape. I need to add some double-sided tape to cover. So I'm just going to like scrunch it up a bit like this, and then I'm going to do this. So now that I've added the tool for my closure with the double-sided tape down, I also added another little piece of double-sided tape onto this side so that the trim is really held down. So that's what I'm going to do now to cover the other side over so that my glue spreads as well. Now for the closure, you can decide to do whatever you want to do. There are so many different ways to do the closure. Sometimes I do this, sometimes I use like chains to close because I like to dangle beads or charms and things like that as well for my closure. I have done it in several different ways, but I decided that this one I might use one of this tool closure. So now I have this done, and I am going to add this tool to the cover as well. So I just need to make sure where my middle is by using the other side as a guide. I'm just going to get a bit of the double-sided tape, and I'm going to scrunch it up again and add it to here like that. And then I'm not going to cover it yet because I want to do the other inside part first. So now we are going to work on the pockets. So we're going to now do the pocket. Now this is the part that the lady wanted me to do a tutorial on. I think this is the main reason. So now that we have the inside cover done, I'm going to put that to the side. And I am going to explain to you what you need. So you need to cut out. So we need to do the back pocket and the front pocket. So you're going to need two for the front. So one here and one here. And then another one, two more for the back for each side. Okay, so for the front pocket, you're going to need 8 3/4. So let me show you. You're going to need 8 3/4 wide by 4 1/2 tall. 8 3/4, 4 1/2. Now you're going to need to score. So this one I did not score to show you. So we're going to place it like this. And we're going to score, okay, at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, and 1 1/2. Then you're going to turn the paper around and you're going to score at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1 1/2. Then you are going to turn the paper and put, for the bottom part of your paper, you're going to score at 1 inch all the way. Okay, so now you have this. So you have these 3 lines here and another 3 line there and 1 line at the bottom. Now you need your scissors. Where's my scissors? Here it is. So then now what you need to do is we're going to cut. We're going to cut to make it like this. I'll show you. We're going to cut the bottom corners off like this. Okay. So the way to do this is you're going to go from here outside. Can you see? All the way to there, to where that line is. And then we're going to cut this off. So we're going to do this. Okay, so this is how it's going to look. Then you're going to do it to the other side too. Where that corner line meets, and you're going to cut this side as well. Now, we're going to fold. We're going to fold away from you, towards you, and then away from you. So you have this happening. So now you have a gusset happening. The other side, I'm going to fold away from you, towards you, and then away from you. And you're going to use this to flatten it down like this. And then the bottom, fold up. And this is where you want to get the double-sided tape. This is my really helpful thing for me. You can just simply use a glue to glue this, put glue on these 3 sides to stick it down. But it makes it so much easier if you add double-sided tape like this. Okay, I'll show you. And then you do one at the bottom as well. Whoops. Like that. And then that's the tissue I use to wipe off the glues. And then, so you do this, right? So then you have this, you guys. So this is the front pocket. The back pocket, so you're going to need to do 2 of these, okay? So you need to choose the right color or right pattern that you want and do 2 of this, okay? Then for the back pocket, it is 8 3/4 inches wide and 6.5 inches tall. And then you do exactly the same. Score it at half, 1, 1.5, turn it around, half, 1, 1.5, and bottom 1 inch. And then when you cut the bottom bits off, and after you folded everything, it's gonna look like this, right? And then this is where you put the double-sided tape. The reason why I do the double-sided tape like this, it makes my gluing time so much easier. Trust me, if you do this, you will be less frustrated. Because if you don't have this to hold it down, you're going to have to hold it down with your hands, 2 hands, until it's really stuck down. And that can be a bit frustrating, you guys. So this is my tip for you guys, okay? So now I have back pocket, front pocket. And we are going to glue this onto the back pocket like this. And then it's gonna go on here like this. You see, now it's starting to form. So on the other side, I have done the folding and the double side taping to the front and the back pocket. And I have also, from the cut apart sheet from the Happy As Can Be collection, I cut out the size to be fitting in right size for the front part of the pocket. I'm only doing extra decorating the front pocket, not the back pocket, but it's entirely up to you. Use your creativity. Do whatever makes you happy. If you want to cut out another image for this bit here, you definitely can. But I am just going to only cover the front part with my cut apart sheets. And I have chosen this one here to go on this yellow checkered paper like this. So I am going to put that on here like this, and then I will come back. I'm going to glue all this down, and then I will be back to show you everything. Okay guys, I have completed gluing the front cover and everything, so I am going to quickly share with you guys the finished item. So as you can see, I have used the KS Craft ice cream parlor die set to create my front cover in the bee theme, and I used the Echo Park collection named Happy as Can Be. I absolutely love this cheerful, happy, bright, positive collection so much. So these are the sticker pieces I have used. I also have used some foam tape behind this awning here to raise it up, and I have used the same glittery daisy paper for the window frame. And then I also had some foam behind this cut apart piece as well to raise it up. And I also added a little bit of foam for the flower door handle as well. And if you see the sweet bee face, it just makes you smile. It's just so cute. And then for the side, I used one of the stickers from the collection. It says always be different. And I absolutely love that as well. I have also punched a hole using the We Are Memory Keepers crocodile, and I also added the gold eyelet. And this is where you can hang your beaded dangles or chunky chain. And then my closure is like this. So I have this one attached to the front cover. I have another one attached to the back cover. And when you open it up, it's like this. Ta-da! I absolutely love all of the happy colors that you see. And you have so much room to add things in. See? There. Here and here. I also have decided to add this border strip of sticker that was in the sticker sheet as part of the collection. And I just thought it completed my pocket nicely. And these images here are from the cut apart sheet. I just cut it down to fit it. Now, there is one more thing I would like to explain to you. My album is 6 3/4 inches tall by 6 inches wide. That is why my pocket sizes I have shared are like as it is. If you decide to make the smaller album or smaller and more taller, more narrower, you can change the pocket size accordingly. The only thing you need to remember for making these gusseted pocket is that once you figure out the width that your pocket is going to be, let's say that, because for this pocket it was 5 3/4 inches wide. And then you have to add the 1.5 inches to each side for the scoring and folding. So if you want your pocket to be only 4 inches wide, make sure that you cut out. So you do the scoring at half, 1, 1.5, and then you leave that 4-inch gap. Then you score the other half and the 1 and the 1.5 bit. I'm pretty sure you know what I mean. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much for listening to me. I really have enjoyed sharing my process with you, and I hope you give this a go as well. It is a really wonderful way to store your Happy Mail embellishments, including some package trims and sequin mixes or whatever you want to gift into the pockets, and then close it with your closure, ribbon closure, and then you just have to send it off to a friend. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Bye for now.